let's make this one bite, no bake cheesecake dessert. A key component to this dessert, which is actually the base, is gonna be a wonderful digestive cookie. I'm Chef Kyle from Kyle's Creations, here to make simple and healthy recipes for everyday living. If you're new now and you love to get creative with cooking, hit that subscribe button right now and ding my notification bell for my latest and tasty recipes. First step, warm milk and honey with tea-infused goodness. Heat up the whole milk in a sauce pot and steep your favorite tea along with fresh ginger and vanilla extract. Then, in a mixing bowl, sift all the dry ingredients, including the nutty, earthy, and slightly sweet flavors of whole wheat flour. Finally, let's get active by grating chilled, unsalted butter and combine until the dry ingredients become a wet breadcrumb texture. We're gonna infuse some whole milk and warm that up for about a few minutes. And you can use your favorite warming spice tea. I happen to use an Egyptian Licorice. It has cinnamon bark, it has orange peel, it has ginger root, and we're gonna add half a cup of honey to that. 2 slices of fresh ginger. You can also use ground ginger and any other spice that you'd like. Cardamom is great. Just gonna stir up the honey. You guys ever drank milk and honey before going to bed so you can fall asleep? Let me know in the comment section. All right, once the milk is hot, I'm gonna shut off the heat. I'm gonna add some vanilla extract right in there and add my favorite tea bag and cover it and steep that for 5 to 7 minutes. And we're going to begin sifting the dry ingredients, starting with the whole wheat flour. Some salt, baking powder right in there. Of course, we can't forget, let's add ground cinnamon. Next, add some fresh nutmeg. Now I'm going to sift the dry ingredients into the bowl and mix it until combined. Here I have frozen unsalted butter, and we're going to grate that. You can also just grate the stick as well. All the butter is going in. This is a digestive cookie. It is wonderful with tea and or coffee. It is not overly sweet since we are using the natural sugars from honey. Break up the butter and mix it into the flour until it becomes pea-sized. Step 2, reserve the finely chopped herbs until later to fully savor the earthy, minty, and lemony hints of fresh sage. Next, add the cooled milk, honey, and tea-infused mixture. Following that, let's refrigerate the digestive cookie batter for a minimum of 15 minutes. At the same time, spread room temperature cream cheese over a bowl of ice and simultaneously combine the sweet hints of cinnamon with the buttery floral essence of vanilla to craft an irresistibly smooth and creamy blend for our no-bake cheesecake filling. Okay, I have some wonderful fresh sage. So we save this for the end so it doesn't brown. Right now I'm gonna roll it up. You can also use thyme. You can also use basil too. And we're just gonna give this a quick chop. I'm gonna add it to my dry ingredients. Give that a quick stir. Now, the best part, we're gonna add that wonderful honey and ginger infused milk. So honey is a natural sugar. Honey actually never goes bad. It'd be interesting to note that in the Egyptian tombs, they had pots of honey to this day. Those pots of honey are still good. All right, and now we're just gonna mix this until it becomes a mixed wet dough. So we're gonna cover this and let this chill for about 15 minutes in the fridge. All right now we're gonna make the best part of this dessert, which is the no-bake cheesecake. So we're gonna use 8 ounces. Just open the package like that, like a human being, right into the bowl. And we're just gonna soften this on some ice. Yeah, so this recipe has no eggs. You don't have to bake the cheesecake for an hour. And it's a perfect one-bite topping. And in this case, we're using that digestive cookie as a base and a holder. It's a wonderful way to do an after-hours dessert with some tea, coffee. Now we're gonna add our flavorings to it. So, ground cinnamon is going in. Some wonderful hint of vanilla extract and some lime juice. get some fresh lime zest into that smooth, velvety smooth cheesecake mixture, right? Okay. All right, just mix that together. I'll leave that over the ice so it's cold. Third step, let's rush to the finish line by simmering a blend of honey and water with fresh slices of ginger until it thickens into a delightful syrup. While that cools, let's portion out our tea-infused cookie dough, creating a small hollow in the center before baking them for 18 minutes. Go for the gold. We'll whisk together heavy cream, then gradually add our zesty honey syrup until soft peaks form for a uniquely flavored whipped cream that keeps well in the fridge for up to 2 weeks. Finally, gently fold in some vanilla-flavored cream cheese and serve this ingeniously delicious and elegant cheesecake mousse dessert, and crown it with your favorite fresh fruit. Right, I have my small pot, same pot as before, we just cleaned it. This whole entire video, if you notice, I'm actually using only honey. Although it's still a form of sugar, it's a more natural form of sugar. So now I'm going to add some water and natural sugar such as honey. We're going to throw that in there. Honey's quite sticky. You could just take some hot water here. It's an easy way to remove any of the excess honey. All right, and we're going to add about 4 slices, thin slices of fresh ginger right in there. And we're going to reduce this now until it becomes a maple syrup-like consistency. Okay, my honey ginger syrup is boiling away. I have it on about a medium-low heat, and I just want it to thicken a little bit. So right now it's still very, very watery and loose. My digestive cookie dough is ready. So this is a 3/4 ounce cookie scooper. You'll notice it by the purple handle. You can also use a spoon. I just prefer this because it's easy. And what we're going to do is we're not going to use the full scoop. We want this to be a 1 bite. So about that much you're going to fill. You're going to leave a little bit of space and not make this a full scoop. Okay, and it's going to go there. Okay, perfect. We have 12 right there. Just going to press it down a little bit. A marking in the center. That's where the cheesecake filling is going to go. Now we're going to bake this for 13 minutes at 350 degrees Fahrenheit. It's been 6 minutes. Now I'm just going to rotate the tray. Oh, these look wonderful. And continue cooking it for another 6 minutes. Right now, after 13 minutes, we're just going to lower the heat to 300 degrees and let that go for another 5 minutes. Okay, I'm going to shut this off now. Because of time limitations, the ginger honey syrup was taken off the heat and cooled earlier than optimal. Therefore, it needs to be simmered further until it reaches a syrupy consistency before cooling. Okay, I'm going to add 2/3 cup of heavy cream. Make sure it's at least 36% fat. We're going to mix this on high until it's pourable but thick. Now I'm going to add the syrup a little bit at a time. Whip this up a little bit more. Perfect. Okay, I'm going to take my whipped cream, half of the whipped cream, in this, and just fold it. Now we can fold it over. Just the last bit. I'm going to take a piping bag here. All right, I'm going to add it to my piping bag. You don't need to fill it up too much. Back my knife. Push everything forward. Perfect. I have some blueberries. I have some fresh mint. Same technique as before. I'm going to roll that tight. All right, use a sharp knife or a pair of scissors, and we're going to measure it. Use my thumb as a guide to know where to cut this. So, right here is good. Give it a cut. push everything to the bottom, and we're gonna do a dollop. So 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. There we go. So I'm gonna put a blueberry on top, the open side facing. A little bit of the fresh mint. Guys, look at this wonderful 1-bite dessert. Technically maybe 2 bites, but it looks like a 1 bite. You definitely want to eat this in 1 bite. I'm gonna try one right now. Let's see how this tastes. Okay, ready? Wow, this is such an unforgettable, lasting memory and flavor that is going on in my mouth right now. It's definitely a party. I taste the wonderful, slightly sweet cheesecake filling, and it's got those ginger notes in there. It's wonderful, the vanilla, the cinnamon. It's so refreshing, and it has some wonderful warming spices to it and a little bit of tang, but not too much. And the digestive cookie, it actually cleans my palate, and it has some sweet notes to it that are a little bit warmer than the warming spices in the cheesecake, and that mixes really well with the honey flavor and also the whole wheat flavors. Everything has like this beautiful, complex, but simple flavor profile, and the cheesecake filling is a wonderful topper, which is actually more like a cheesecake mousse. Also a down-to-earth dessert that you can make with kids, family, and as I told you before, if you're having guests over, this is a great way to say, welcome to my home, here's a wonderful dessert. You can have it after dinner, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And this reminds me of a couple other desserts that I have made in the past that I want to highlight right now. So as I mentioned before, you can use this ginger honey syrup for pancakes. I have a 2-in-1 breakfast recipe video that has a crepe batter that I also turned into a pancake batter. So check that out at the end. It is wonderful. You guys are gonna love it. Next video I'm gonna plug reminds me of the blueberries that I used for this dish, and it's actually a blueberry glaze that I used for a reinvented key lime pie. So check that video at the end. You have in total 4 desserts to check out. Enjoy my video and stay tuned for the next episode.